It's time for the Giz Wiz with man's maddest writer, Dick DeBartolo. This is episode 1819, recorded Thursday, February 18th, 2021. Our 15th anniversary show. Rip and sip. Ow, my lip! On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have a driveway alarm, a way to make K-Cups out in the field, and another one of my drinking gadgets, plus your videos, all next on the Giz Wiz!
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, Gadget Claus, Dick DeBartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you with your snowbound Texas.
It seems like the whole country knows what's going on in Texas.
Yes, because they've been showing dire reports of. Are you far away from it? Or?
No, I am in it.
Oh,
I am.
You're in it.
100% in it. For people who've been living under a rock, it's just been snowing in Texas, which the state is not prepared for. Some of the major difficulties, other than just transportation, like there must be 2 snowplows for the whole city of Dallas, you know. Other than those types of issues, people's homes just aren't built for the cold. On top of that, Texas has its own energy grid, ERCOT, and all the Texans who are cold are turning on their heaters, and there's just not enough power to go around. And so the plan was to do rolling power outages where your house would go down for 40 minutes and then it would be up so that you could keep heating your home. But that's not what happened. And my parents, my siblings, grandparents, many of them were without power for over 24 hours, if not 12 hours.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it's been very scary it's been very, very, very difficult. I am incredibly lucky. I think that I am near a hospital and my power hasn't gone out once. And I think that it's because I'm on the same strip of power. We're on the same power strip.
I see, okay.
I'm not sure exactly, but my power has not gone off once. I'm very, very lucky. I know people in my immediate area have had to deal with power being out for incredibly long amounts of time. And then, you know, there's no infrastructure no one can leave their house to go buy heaters. Even if you could buy a heater, you can't buy an electric heater. Everything, you know, and then on top of that, everything's sold out. It's been very, very, very difficult. So personally, the only thing that really affected me was my hot water lines froze. When most people said is the line to my hot water tank, that's been the consensus on Facebook, is that the line to my hot water tank froze. And so I didn't have hot water for a few days. And so I was boiling water to do dishes and couldn't run any clothing or anything like that, or have a hot shower, things like that. So one of the things I ended up doing, because it had been like 2 days without hot water, was we covered a sous vide on the show, which is one of those things that warm up water, and
yes.
I put that in my bathtub so that I could have a hot bath. It took 6 hours for it to.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. You're supposed to let your faucets dry. I have an instant hot water thing, and I didn't quite know. Anyway, I'm also lucky that my home is rather new, and apparently the new homes are made with like a plastic pipe instead of a copper pipe. And so everyone who was living in the area was like, I've talked to all my plumbers. They say that we're not at risk of bursting a pipe, which I know has happened in my immediate family. Is once their pipes finally, that pressure has to go somewhere, and so their pipes burst, and then they're just without piping. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been crazy. It's been absolutely crazy. I have some videos of some of the weather. So let's take a look at that. Here's Charlie stepping outside.
Oh boy, yay!
So this is just, in the 30 years that I've lived in this area, there was 5 of them that I was in California, but this has never happened. This much snow has just never, ever, ever, ever happened.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know the exact inches, but you can kind of see, like, it's at least 3, or I would assume.
Oh yeah.
And then Charlie fell off the thing there. He got in the deep part, which was where the curb is. So yeah, it's just like, it's just crazy, just how much snow there is. Here's another shot. This is later when I didn't have Charlie with me. I shoved my foot into the snow right where the edge is. So you can kind of see just how deep that is.
Oh yeah.
It's just been crazy. There's just nothing. Just all the homes aren't built for it. It's just crazy. It's just insane. So that's been going on for the last week. And it's been very difficult on the elderly in the area, and across the whole state. I know that like my grandma's been having issues with it. It's just been very, very, very extraordinary.
Wow.
Very extraordinary time. But
is it over?
So it is all getting better. So today is kind of the turning point. The last snow in Austin should be today. The last snow for us in Dallas was on Wednesday, so yesterday. And all forecasts are saying that it's going to warm up over the weekend. All my hot water has unthawed, so it was funny because it unthawed in certain areas in the house. I was able to get it in my bathroom, but not in the kitchen. But now I have running hot water, which is fantastic. And so hopefully everything's going to thaw. Still lots of stuff is closed down. There wasn't even a Walmart to go to, like if I wanted to buy something.
Yeah, I saw that Walmart has closed 415 stores. I'm thinking, wait a minute, this is when you want them.
Exactly. That's just how, it's just a total failure of like everything. Like,
wow.
You're without power. So even on the slight chance that Walmart still had like charcoal in stock, which almost everyone sold out already, you couldn't even go there and pick it up. You couldn't go there, and then if you could somehow get there, they weren't open. So yeah, it's been, it's crazy just how ill-prepared Texas was for snow. The power grid couldn't handle it, the roads can't handle it, the stores can't handle it. It's been crazy.
Wow.
So yeah. So anyway, that's been going on. Very real, difficult situation. Like some immediate family, their pipes burst and they couldn't, they had some water bottles at the house, but you can't go to Walmart to pick up more. First off, it's a pandemic. Second off, they're just closed. Then you have to brave the streets if you find a place that's open. So a lot of people are going out and getting snow and having it thaw in their house and then boiling it if they have a gas.
Wow.
If they hopefully have a gas range. So it's been quite
well,
a
compared to that, New York City is.
You guys are used to it. You guys have infrastructure.
Yeah, they hear it's coming. They salt the streets. They
Right.
have 10,000 plows. They have, they always send the reporter out to the place where the salt is stored, and it's like 5 stories of salt. The city is always set for that.
Yeah.
And they keep learning, to keep the subways running. It's very clever. Is they take all the outdoor trains and they put them in all the tunnels. So during big storms, there's only local service, but all the other trains are stored indoors.
Oh, that's so smart.
Once the snow stops and they can clear the tracks, they don't have to worry that the motors on the trains are frozen because they've all been underground.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Whew.
Well, next time you have a snowstorm, tell the snow to come to New York City where we can handle it.
Right. Send it somewhere people can deal with this. Please.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. Anything? Hey, we're so close. 15
Dennis just
years
walked in with this. So
oh my gosh.
Let's see, I'm looking here. The first Giz Wiz show, which was called The Daily Giz Wiz, was February 20th, 2006.
Wow.
Okay. And what is today? The 18th, right?
18th, yeah.
So in 2 days, it'll be the 15th anniversary of the Giz Wiz show. It's kind of astounding, isn't it?
Oh, it's amazing.
And you and I, this is our 298th independent show.
What?
Plus, you did it a year or two while it was still a twit, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you've done probably like 500 shows yourself.
That's insane. That is insane.
It really, it's great.
I'm trying to remember the first podcast. Was it 2005? Am I? Maybe I'm.
The first one was 2006. The very first Giz Wiz.
No. I'm just talking about the first podcast. Like, when was the first? Like, I'm just trying to think back to the history of just podcasting in general.
I see.
I mean, I guess in 2005, Apple released iTunes with support, but. I mean, the Giz Wiz has been around almost as long as podcasting has been around.
Yeah, Leo had been doing his. Let's see, Leo. When I met Leo at a press event, he said, can we go out and have a drink after this? I want to ask a question. So when I met him, he said, listen, I do 2 podcasts. One is a monthly and one is a weekly, but I also want to have a daily. Could you do a daily podcast? And I said, yeah, just do a gadget a day. And then I said, oh, you know what, Leo? I have so much crap. I physically have a warehouse. I said, I could do 4 gadgets, one each day of the week. And then Friday, an old gadget. And he said, oh, let's do that.
That's perfect.
And then somewhere along the line, he said, can I do a gadget from time to time? And I said, why don't you do one every week? And that started Turn the Table Tuesday. And then then Leo started editing shows. And then the editors going, God, can you please make this a weekly show and do all the gadgets? And so that's what we did. But it's pretty old as far as podcasts go.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. So anyway, happy 15 years to the Giz Wiz. I am so happy to have been a part of it.
Yeah, a big part of it.
Continue to be a part of it. So it's just great.
You keep it going.
Congratulations.
And so do the Patreons. Without you and the Patreons, there would be no Giz Wiz.
Yes, definitely.
Anyway, should we jump in and do some gadgets?
Let's do some gadgets.
Okay, I forgot to write down the woman's name who last week in the letter said, do you know that there's a way to make K-cups without using electricity or a battery? And she talked about the My Jo coffee maker, and I instantly bought one because they're like $18, and this is how they work.
A fan of the Giz Wiz show told us about Presto My Jo, Cup of Joe, the single cup coffee maker. And it says on the box, single serve coffee pack. I guess they don't want to say the word K cup. But this is kind of an interesting idea because you can make coffee without having electric or batteries. I mean, you need to use hot water. So let's see. All right. I guess we're going to have to actually look at the instructions because I'm not quite sure how in the world this works. I am mystified. I actually have to look in here. The plunger top. This is the plunger top. This goes there. This goes there. The pack holder. How in the world can this work? Because the pack holder is at the bottom. Well, let's put the pack in here. And
it's crooked. I think it's not sitting in there straight.
It's not sitting straight?
Mm-hmm.
Well, and then I figure out why it's not sitting straight.
I have an idea that you pack holder. You do it over, or you do it. Oh, okay. You do it over a cup. So we put that there.
Is that glass? Or is that plastic?
It's plastic.
Okay.
And then as you screw this in,
okay.
It punctures.
I think the cup. I think the coffee thing was in there cockeyed, so that when you press down on it, it punctures the coffee thing. And now let's go on to. So we're going to fill it with water. We have water that we just boiled. And it's supposed to be, here's the line. Oh, okay. I draw the line at this.
So it's a little hard to see, but there's a marker for 6 ounces, 8 ounces, or 10 ounces, depending on how weak you want to make the coffee.
And then we're going to, I have an idea that this
should it be over a cup?
Yes.
Possibly work.
That's why I could not figure out. I thought it made the coffee in
the device.
I don't see how this is going to drive the water through the K-cup. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a total failure because I don't see. Again, we did not look at any. We did
One take theater here, folks.
Anything.
Why don't you put it on the sink just in case?
Okay.
The worry.
Go over to the sink so we can clean up the mess you're making.
All right.
This seems so. I would be so worried. You'd a little bit of velocity in one wrong direction, the whole thing would go sliding out.
I can smell the coffee. It smells great. What I don't know is can I lift my hand off it?
It does smell good, yeah.
Oh yeah, you can see bubbles kind of entering.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was hoping that when you press it down, it would build up pressure and keep
running down.
Going, yeah.
Keep going, but you do have to.
You know what? I'm not
keep
sure
pumping.
You keep pumping, exactly. And at some point, I cut out like a minute of it, just so we wouldn't have to sit through. But I was kind of amazed that because you're actually pushing a lot of water through that.
It is like a French coffee press, except you can use K-cups in it or your own. What I'm not sure is, we'll read it later, is if you have to keep the pressure on here. All right, so for now, I'm just going to stop. And this wasn't even screwed into anything. So my guess is I did something
I wouldn't put it over a narrow
in
mug.
there. But this looks great. Hang on a minute.
You got a sip of coffee.
I can't see why it's not going to taste good.
Actually, it tastes great. Mainly because I made it with very little water and a full K-cup.
Strong.
All right, so I like this. Now, I'm not sure if it's small enough for you to take in a backpack or something. But I mean, if you were traveling to a hotel or something, and you had one of those little water boilers where you could put a cup of water in and put it in here, you can make really decent coffee with this. Presto My Jo single cup coffee maker. And you get the little freebie device here so that you can make your own, put your own grinds in here and run it through there. I like it. Did you have too much coffee?
He's going manic.
Yeah.
Too much caffeine.
Thank God it was on One Take Theater. I would have been manic. Yeah, I think it was. I think I sent you the link. It might have gone up $1. It did go up $1. Okay, that's it. So, I like it. Oh wait, was that person putting the whole thing in the microwave?
I just saw that.
Oh. That saves time.
I guess so. Instead of boiling the water.
Yeah. See,
Does it have a
method? Look more carefully.
So when you put the K-cup in, I was thinking, wouldn't it pierce the K-cup on both ends? And technically, when it's in this state, you'd have a hole. So if it gets too aggravated, it'd start leaking out the bottom. Now,
well, it's over. That's why it's over the. Oh, I see what you were saying. Before you realize it's over a mug.
Right. Now, is there a way? Does it have like a valve? So, like when it's not attached to the black part, that it's fine to be microwaved?
Oh, well, you know what? You haven't screwed it onto the base yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
How does this image work?
Yeah, no, hang on a second. I'm looking at. You're absolutely right. She's boiling the water.
Wouldn't there be a hole at the bottom of that red part? Or does it have some mechanism?
Oh, you know what? I think there's a one-way valve here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yes, it doesn't do anything until it's been pressed.
It's screwed in. All right.
Right.
So that's good. So I didn't have to like put water in a kettle and boil it. You can actually makes it easier. Just look at the marking on the side of the thing, whether you want 8, 10, or 12 ounce, 6, 8, or 10 ounces.
Look at this review. Do not microwave, it says.
What? Don't. Even though the instruction says it will, don't, because it will eventually melt.
Oh, no.
Oh, is that what it is? This melted thing that we're looking at?
I think so. I think that's a little drip, and that's the line to it. Well, you could always take the water, put it in your mug, put the mug in the microwave the mug, and then dump it in the top, and then use it.
There you go. Now that.
Perfect.
They wonder why they call you the Giz Wiz. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, that's you.
Right. Yeah, that's right. They wonder why they call you the Giz Wiz.
Exactly. They actually do wonder why they called me the Giz Wiz. So I think that's great. I think this is if someone who really cannot go without their coffee, this is the perfect solution. I don't know of any other solution for
especially
portable.
If you want to make a K-cup.
Exactly.
Like someone saying, the AeroPress. Well, the AeroPress, you'd have to break open the K-cups unless you're using your own coffee.
Right.
But if you're using K-cups,
right.
Chad is right. This is the only way I know to make use a K-cup without having a machine.
And I can really see camping with K-cups could be very convenient versus a bag of coffee with filters and all the different pieces. You know, you got K-cups, you got this, and you're done. So definitely reasons you might want this.
Yeah.
The Presto My Jo.
My Jo. I was wondering if they were aiming for Mojo.
Probably.
Anyway, I was thinking, you know, why do they call it a cup of Joe? Now, we try not to have people learn anything from the Giz Wiz, but this is one of those rare times where you will learn something from Wikipedia. The nickname for coffee came about due to reforms in 1913 when Joseph Daniels, Secretary of the Navy back then, put in some new reforms, one of which was the elimination of wine in the officers' mess.
Oh.
Since that time, the strongest drink allowed aboard a U.S. Navy ship became referred to as a cup of Joe.
That is crazy. It's almost like an insult to him, too. It's like,
that's right. That's
got
exactly
my cup
right.
of Joe. Thank you so much.
That's exactly right. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, cup of Joe.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
That is interesting. That's cool.
And that was Lois Scott who told us about that there was the My Jo coffee maker. So, Lois, thank you for that.
Perfect.
Okay, gadget number 2. I explain why I bought it in my video introduction.
All right, so I get the New York Times delivered every day, and they put it out in front of my door. But some days, it's not there, okay? Especially on Sunday, because the Sunday New York Times is $6, and someone just takes it, all right? So they deliver it around 6 a.m., and I'm used to waking up at 6 a.m., so I automatically wake up. Sometimes it's not there because it came earlier and someone took it, or it comes late and I sit up and now wait for it. And I thought, there got to be an easier way. And, you know, it's a brownstone. It's New York City. You can't run out and install a Ring doorbell, anything like that. So I did a little research online, and I found this driveway alarm, okay? So the object here is that anything passing by here will send the signal to this with an alarm. So I have this shut off for now. But I think for a minute there, it'll take a minute for it to reset. You see that little blink light tells you that the alarm would have gone off. Now you'll see this white thing here. This is what's called a dim light, because the LED is bright, all right? So in the dead of night, I'm afraid someone will see that and take this, because this is actually outside. So this is how it works. Outside, this sits on my air conditioner facing my door, all right? So when they come in and they drop the paper down, that sets this off. And when that goes off, let me turn this alarm to on. And I have it on low chime, and I'll turn it on. And so when they drop the paper off,
Ooh.
I hear that, okay? And there's a louder version of that.
Doesn't need to be louder.
And let's see if this had enough time to reset.
Actually,
Woo.
yeah.
Okay, and there's also alarm. Let me get my hand on the off switch. You can set it for this.
That'll wake you up.
Also, you can just have it light up if you want. Whoop. And then it's on. And did it reset? There, it did reset. You can just have the lights.
There's another button you push where it will just light up. So if you
it
want
works
to just
really
have
well.
it,
And so this is outside the building on the air conditioner, and so it sends a signal through the 2 big glass doors and through my apartment door. And the apartment door is one of those steel doors. So the signal company says 1,000 feet for sending the signal, and that it can see a person up to 24 feet. So what I do is I go to bed very late. So I turn this on about 2:30 in the morning, and that way it doesn't get set off a lot. And I have it on the air conditioner facing in toward the door. So people walking by tend not to set it off. And also between 2:30 and 6 a.m. is not a lot of traffic. The kit is 3 components. You get 2 alarms and the main receiving unit. And we'll check Amazon in a minute to find out what it is now, because it seems to keep going down in price. It's made by 1&1, and it is called the Wireless Driveway Alert Alarm Kit. So for your driveway, you would just put one of those out there, and anybody driving up, if you have a big mansion, you want to know when a car is coming up the driveway, this will alert you up to 1,000 feet. So this has been working out really well for me. That's it. One by one. Number 1 by ONE.
Now, what did you just say the price was in the video?
Let's see. I sent a link because I think it went down. I paid $31. Oh, it still is $31.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. But if you go to the bottom of the page, there's one branded by somebody. Oh, yeah, there. Go back up.
I just said the prices there. Here's some others.
See, that looks like the same thing from Ideal.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what? Ideal, you only get one motion sensor.
Right.
And the reason I don't need 2 motion sensors, but I think if someone steals it, I'll
easy to replace that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because they sell one, but it's $23.
Yeah, it's $22, and if you need to,
You got $20, really?
Yeah, if you need just one of them, it's just $20.
Yeah, look at that.
That's pretty good. And then Chad, just I think down there, a little further down, no, right under the thing, I think it says there's a new version of this. I think there's a version that for some reason can play 32 songs. A newer model.
I need Sweet Home Alabama to play whenever someone comes into my garage.
This one has it has 36 chimes. Oh my God, it's $60. I'd rather just have a.
You do get 30% off.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. That's not too shabby. What is that, $15?
No, $14. I guess they figured it out right there. Yeah, save $14. It's still more than the other one.
That's crazy.
Yeah, actually, I like it in black better. But that's
wait. No, that 14 is the 20. That's this. That's this from MSRP.
So from the 55, you get 30% off.
Yeah.
Which is roughly $18.
Yeah.
Boy,
so
okay.
Not bad.
Not bad if you need this kind of thing. If you're, not totally wired with Ring and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I really like that. And so do you have? So are both the sensor and the receiver battery powered?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Does it have a schedule feature? How do you just before you fall asleep you turn?
Before I fall asleep, I just turn it on.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, because I go to bed at about 2:30, and I turn on at 2:30, and it mostly faces directly where you have to be heading toward my door as opposed to just walking by the building.
Right.
So unless someone is coming in or out real late, it tends not to go off until they step down to put the newspaper in front of my door. So it's been very good.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Nice gadget to fix that issue.
That issue,
good.
yeah, I'm going to save that much money. And although the New York Times makes it must be a big problem in New York because you just go to my account and it says, are you missing a paper? You just click here and we'll credit you. But I like reading the paper, especially on Sunday, and that's the day they mostly steal it. So this solves that problem.
Perfect.
Okay, our third gadget was something I bought for Dennis, and this is that story.
All right, so I like basil. Dennis likes basil. But he said it goes off quickly, or is it wither?
Yeah,
It dries out.
up.
Okay, so I bought something for Dennis. Ta-da! I bought him the Prepworks ProKeeper. The herb, what is it? The herb, I don't know what it is. It just says herb. Okay. Or maybe it's herb. So
It's made
what
for herb.
we're going to do is we're going to raise this up, and basket elevates to XF. Okay, I see. Fill to. So here, the basket's coming up, and we didn't read any directions, but I see a thing. It says fill to waterline, and I assume they mean to take this out. Okay. I don't know why they have this here. I guess that's if you want to drain it. So fill it to the water line, which is there. All right, can you see that there? Mm-hmm. We're going to just do, you look at that for a minute, and I'll do,
Maybe if you put the K-cup in that basket, you can also use it as a coffee maker.
right on the line.
You can at least steep some tea in that.
Yeah, that's true.
The basket goes in like this. Oh, okay. And then I guess you just drop this in here. Take a look. Of course, we're going to see what it looks like in a few days. I guess that's all you do. It lowers it, and I don't know. The bottom of it's in the water. I guess that's going to be okay.
I think it's mainly just moisture, isn't it?
Yeah, just all right. So that's it. Prepworks ProKeeper. Lift to use for sage, rosemary, thyme, parsley. Oh, it doesn't mention
Basil.
basil. I like that.
We'll see.
We'll see. So it's been 3, perhaps 4 days since we used Prepworks ProKeeper to put basil in there to keep it fresh. And the instructions say it can be kept on a countertop or in the refrigerator. Now, one thing we didn't do was to add more water because it seemed to have a lot of water in it. But we're going to see how the basil fared in 3. I'm peeking.
Uh-oh.
All right. So
It dissolved?
A magic
the
trick.
basil is, yeah, the basil is
But
not.
they did not say you could use it.
No, that's right. All right, so this is what this is what the basil looks like. All right,
It did not.
and
Like
I think the reason is it was after we put the basil in that we realized that it says keep it fresh, sage, dill, rosemary, thyme, parsley, mint, chives, and cilantro.
Yeah, the
Did
chat
not
room
mention
saying basil is very
and
sensitive.
just having worked with basil is like a very delicate thing. So we're not going to say it doesn't work because we didn't do what the instructions said they wanted to do. All right, so I guess the next time we do it, we're going to do asparagus because I love asparagus, and they sort of go off rather quickly. But if you check Amazon, the reviews for this are quite good. They made it slender, so it doesn't take up a lot of room in the refrigerator. and you add water by pouring water right through the top, because the bottom of the bin that holds the herbs has holes in it. And then when it's time to empty it out, you empty it out through the front drain. So, and also Prepworks makes decent stuff. So I would say it was a failure because we used something that we shouldn't have put in there.
It
Outside of that, it
melted.
worked fine.
It
Yeah.
melted.
No, and I'm looking
Yeah.
at the chat room. So Becky says that Prepworks, she loves stuff from Prepworks, and other people are saying that basil is a very delicate vegetable.
Yeah.
So
But you're right. These reviews are, I mean, it's just outstanding reviews.
outstanding reviews from 254 people.
It looks slick. I mean, it just looks so
doesn't
nice.
it? Yeah. Prepworks does make really nice stuff, and it's under $20.
Yeah.
And then you can drain it out the side. I think it's pretty good.
It's hard to see it in this photo. I feel like this person is showing off their
Yes,
fridge more than they are the product.
See if you can find my ProKeeper in. Oh, here. Okay.
Yeah.
Arrived damaged.
Yeah, that's not a reason to give
Container
it 1
is
star.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got very nice reviews.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
totally. I think that's pretty cool. I could imagine a few things that would be great in there. So that's great. Fantastic. I guess with
And
that.
now it's time for
You know you don't
Chad's
need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Get it. Okay, so this month is drinking gadgets. Not necessarily like drinking alcohol gadgets, but just drinking gadgets. Gadgets to help you drink more water or just change up how you're drinking any liquids. And this one I found, and I've seen, this is one of those gadgets that I have just seen around the internet, and I wanted to try it for myself. This is something I feel like I've seen Facebook ads for. It's been like, just this gadget that's just been floating around. So here it is. It is a can opener for like a soda can or a beer can that it has a very interesting take on how it opens the can. Have you seen one of these before?
No.
So you squeeze the handles and these blades push up against the side, and so you can take the top off of a can, but the entire top off of the can.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it has those blades, and then it also has just an actual bottle opener on the top as well. So let me get a fresh can. And so instead of popping the top, you should be able to set this on top. Seems
Wow.
simple enough.
Be interested to see if it's not sharp.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's that's definitely something that I was worried about. And so there's an issue that I can tell already, which is that it makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Is it
looks
going to
like
crush the can?
okay. It makes a lot of sense when the can is pressurized. It feels like you can really get it, but once you actually like pierce the can, the pressurization goes away, and so I had to kind of crunch the can in order to.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. It didn't work. I can tell that one area of
Mr.
it.
Dave says opening it next to your keyboard is really confidence.
It is very risky. I could tell how risky I was being. You can see that it cut
Yeah.
a bit, but in the other areas it didn't. So, okay, we're gonna try this again. This can is empty, so maybe it'll be easier. Also, we got some soda on the inside of this thing. So let's try it again with an empty can. Maybe that's what we need to do. Okay, so it's fairly easy to keep the pressure on. Uh-oh. Well, That keyboard idea was not the best. I did get soda on my keyboard. It cut it, but it's still not a perfect cut. There we go. Okay. So I can already tell just by looking at what it cut off, there are some definite jagged edges to what it sliced off. So yeah, I don't want to start bleeding here on the show.
No, exactly. Actually, it cut it smoother than I would have thought.
It did. That's what I was
jagged
about to
edges
say.
are not good.
There's a few little nicks, but other than that, it's actually better cut than I expected. And also it cuts the inside, not the outside. So this, where you'd put your lip, is still all intact. It's just the inside that was cut. And it's really that one spur is the only thing on this whole edge that's not super great. So it actually did a better job on this empty can than I expected. Let's try it one more time now, with all that I've learned on a full can. One issue is that I couldn't quite figure out how to just rip it off. It seemed like there's not really a good indication. Oh, I may have found one of my issues, is that I assume that these would spring back. It looks like only one of them is springing back. So I need to make sure that it's in an open configuration. Okay, let's give this one more try. Slapping it on the top of the can, closing it, twisting. I am so afraid soda is gonna go everywhere. Okay, I think I broke through. It feels like I need to go all 360 degrees, which the way the blades were cut, you'd make you think.
Oh no! Oh,
I can't get it out.
When you get to your fourth can, make sure the tab is standing up.
It seems like I might want to open this before I even start. Like I need to open. Oh my gosh, they thought of everything. What is this thing?
Band-Aids?
Give me tweezers to get it out.
There should be a Band-Aid in there too, and some iodine.
It's still attached over here on the edge. Okay. There's no way I would want to drink this. There's aluminum filing bits all throughout the can. And one second, it's not focused. Let's see if it get there. That's aluminum.
Oh my God, I see them. Oh my God.
There's no way I would drink this. Okay.
Wow. Is there a doctor's emergency number in the kit also?
What is the Surgeon General's warning? Interesting. Okay. Well, I was thinking I would take a sip as a demonstration. There's zero possibility I am drinking that. Let's go to the Amazon page. Now, you may also be asking yourself, why?
Why? I was just going to say.
Why?
I've been asking myself that the whole time.
Why not just open it like normal? Well, so here's the Amazon page. And so it's cheap, only $6.55. They show you, you don't want to use your teeth when opening bottles. You don't want to be using your fingers when opening the caps. Maybe if you had like fancy fingernails. So anyway, it solves all those problems. Now this last image does kind of really this starts to sell it. I feel like you could add some mixers to your drink, makes it more like a cup. You could reuse it for extra bottles. You could use it for plants and pins. Or my favorite, you could use it as an ashtray.
Okay.
If you are too cheap.
And you could use it to collect blood.
You could. Yeah. I think hospitals should use this. So yeah, reviews are not stellar. We got a few reviews. They
Oh my
medium.
God, 6%, 5-star.
Yeah, so I think that we all kind of agree this might not be the best of products. So there you go. The rotary can opener, $7 on Amazon. If you want my specific can opener, you can search for the unique, which I think is supposed to be unique, but the UNI9 UE half circle ghost wing topless rib and sip can opener bar tool and the rest. From brand UU. Oh, that classic
gosh.
brand. Who apparently are doing Dora the Explorer on Prime Video. So there you go. That's my drinking gadget. This is solidly in the crappy corner of gadgets. So there you go. With that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Our email is from Scott and Bev. Hi, Dick. Hi, Chad. I purchased a few of these candles after Christmas some years ago, maybe 2015. They were originally high priced, but obviously didn't sell well, and I've not seen them since. I originally purchased one candle for $1. I was so amazed by the features and how pretty it was. I went back to the store and bought all they had.
Wow.
So this is what this candle does.
A candle gadget.
Hey there, Dickie and OMG Chad. After Christmas a few years back, my husband found these inexpensive clearance candles at the grocery. They were cheap, about $1. So we bought one. Came in this attractive packaging. Notice the tasty-looking cupcake there. Here's what the candle looks like in the lit operating mode. Notice the pretty color-changing candle technology. Blue, green, orange, red, purple, and then back to blue. Pretty neat, eh?
Wow.
The candle was about to reveal its secret superpower.
Those are nice.
After he blew out the candle, it stayed in the operating mode for a brief moment. When he went to relight the candle, before the lighter touched the wick, its superpower engaged again.
What? How does this work?
Later on, he discovered the cable remote. Yes, the TV remote engaged its superpower.
What?
Surprising us both. Giz Wiz is always a must-see show, even before we needed it for our mental health therapy. Thanks. Love the show. From Bev and Scott over here in Richland, Washington. Cheers.
Cheers. Interesting.
Wow. So there's got to be a battery in there, right? Somewhere?
There's got to be a battery in there, and I would assume IR, obviously from the remote.
Yeah.
I think by the way, before we get too far into this gadget, I think that we should add something onto the end of our intro, which is, the Giz Wiz, it's cheaper than therapy. I think that that's a pretty good tagline.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And today you learned something. So wow, this is a dynamite
It's cheaper than
show.
college. We could be cheaper than a lot of things, I feel like. That is so interesting.
What was the name of it? Was it from Airwick?
Yeah, Airwick candle.
Wow.
The color changing? Color changing.
Airwick color changing candle.
Color change. Let's see.
Maybe that'll do it.
There's someone.
Oh, while you do that, I'll just say, Bev and Scott, that's a great video. We love stuff. especially gadgets from the past. And they think it was 2015 when they bought it. And they'll get a current issue of Mad Magazine, which will be the April issue, which I have 17 pages of material in. So you'll get that. And we're still looking to see if we can currently find anything more about your magical.
That is so cool. So I find it's funny. There's very little information.
Oh, there it is.
Here's some on Amazon. I would assume it's either there's a little puck or the glass itself has the technology built in.
Yeah.
If it was built into the glass, that might make sense on how it's able to pick up the IR. So effectively, it's not going through the wax, it's going through the glass, and maybe the glass, the curvature of the glass can allow it to see that stuff. But seriously, like even on Airwick's own website, it's like there's just this paragraph, and that's it. They existed, but there's like no information. Very cool. What a crazy! I did not think we'd ever see a candle.
No, me either.
Gadget.
When I read a candle, I thought, well, a candle, what?
Yeah.
But that's our favorite candle.
That is so crazy.
Oh, Chumley says it's probably a mostly gadget and very little candle wax because it says lasts 30 hours.
Oh. Interesting.
And then Logue says it might be the kind of thing where you buy a replacement mini candle. Oh, I see. She's saying maybe you keep the jar with the guts in it and put a new candle on it. But it looked like that label didn't say anything like that.
Yeah.
I think it's badly advertised because it's pretty neat.
It is. I'm trying to find any video that like shows after after it's, and also these videos are from like 2012 that I'm seeing talking about this candle. It must be a really old product. I'm amazed that I had never seen anything about it.
Me either.
But yeah, like all the videos I'm seeing are.
Chumley put a link. Is that where you just were?
Possibly.
Yeah,
we're
this color changing. Is that where you were? Okay.
Yeah. That is so interesting. Well, very cool gadget. It perplexes us. It's amazing. Let me go into the reviews. There's 100 reviews.
Okay.
Let me see.
I'm just going to, and I'll finish Scott and Bev's letter. They say, thank you guys. My wife and I are always buying useful stuff we discovered on your show. Tech gear, disco light bulbs. We even bought the bubble blowing toy train. But the crappy review is probably more entertaining. Well, you got a good entertainment tonight with Chad's can opener.
Yeah.
So Scott and Bev, thank you for a great video. We are intrigued that all of us missed this candle from, it looks like 2012, when it did so much.
Yeah, I agree. I'm seeing a lot of I'm looking at all the chat rooms videos they're posting. I want to see it like when it burns down. What is the gadgetry behind it? Obviously, there's something at the bottom of the candle. Yeah, that's obvious. I just want
maybe
to see
a mini fire extinguisher.
Exactly. Very cool. Thanks, Scott and Bev. Should we ask for more videos?
Absolutely. We're always looking for more videos. Okay. A video, anything to do with a gadget, like that thing from Scott and Bev, it's just amazing. And the video is like 1 minute and 30 seconds. Make a little video, 1 to 3 minutes, put it up on YouTube, click unlisted if you want, and that way only people with the URL that you get from YouTube can see it, and then send that to us, and it goes to mail@gizwiz.tv. If you live in the United States, we will send you the current issue of Mad Magazine. And if you live anywhere else in the world, I will autograph a 30. I'm looking for the issue. Yeah. You Bev and Scott are going to get this issue, which is the April issue. As I said, I have 17 pages of stuff in there. And if you live outside of the United States, I will autograph a 39-year-old Alfred E. Newman picture, do a high-res image of it, and email that to you so you can print it out no matter where you are. So mail at gizwiz.tv. Anything to do with a gadget.
With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
And our letter and a link is from Mo, our most loyal listener, who says, let's keep the theme of weird masks going. And he found another COVID mask, and he sent a link to that. Oh, my.
The Elon mask. FantasyTesla.com.
Oh, fantasy. Oh, yeah.
It just says Fantasy Tesla, but it's actually some other website. Elon Musk is not a fan of the traditional N95 masks, so what would a less onerous mask look like? Introducing the Elon mask, a product concept by.
Oh, see it in action.
Oh, what is this? Interesting. What is this? Play pause buttons. What is this?
Oh,
his
it must be
speakers built
Wi-Fi.
in. Look at that. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually pretty cool. So this whole thing lowers down.
Oh, like it's on an accordion.
Yeah. They deleted the video as we were watching it. That's actually pretty darn cool.
Yeah. Distance alert. Oh my goodness.
That is so funny.
HEPA filter.
That is so funny.
Very.
I think that's cool.
Yeah. Of course,
The audio
it's just a
enhancement.
concept.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just a concept, but that is neat. That is cool. And then this is your audio, so you got some audio going next to your speakers.
Okay. The speakers are built right in, facing your ear.
Right.
And are those LED lights all around the back?
It looks like it.
It almost like maybe it's like get away, flash.
You have backup light.
The distance alert.
Yeah. Oh! It has the Tesla logo on it even. What?
Oh, it is.
That may be a little bit obnoxious. A bit.
Yeah, I would think. And it's just $1,000.
Yeah, this may be a little bit. Yeah, that's so interesting. That mask movement thing.
That is a riot. Yeah, I like that up and down mask. That's great.
Yeah, that's
it's
really
so
cool.
fast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, cool
Mo,
concept.
That's a great find.
Yeah.
A great find.
Yeah. Let's make it happen. You can tweet to Elon Musk
Yeah.
right now. That's pretty cool.
Pretty neat. Thanks, Mo.
Yeah, thanks, Mo, for sending that over. I'm just looking at this. I do not understand this website. It's like about cars or something. The main website, when you take away all the other stuff from its URL page, it's all about cars.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it. It's like some car company
okay.
decided to make this mask.
I see. Oh, that's funny.
Whatever they are. UK's first car leasing comparison site.
All right. Okay.
They designed a mask. I don't understand. Anyway, I want to say thank you so much to our patrons over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. 15 years, still going strong because of y'all. Thank you so much for your support over on patreon.com. If you love the show, you want to give back just a bit, and we are seriously just saying a little bit, minimum is fine. Minimal effort, fine here at the Giz Wiz. head on over to patreon.com/GizWiz. We really, really appreciate all of y'all's support and help. Every once in a while, I go into the Patreon and just kind of look at our patrons. It's amazing how many of you have been patrons for years and years and years. And I just want y'all to know, I really appreciate it. I really
really appreciate it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's amazing.
It's amazing.
We love doing the show. We have a lot of fun, and evidently people do too. So let's keep it up.
It's cheaper than therapy, like I said.
It's cheaper than therapy. Yeah, exactly. That's so much better than it makes its own gravy.
It makes its own gravy. It's cheaper than therapy. They rhyme in a way. So thank you so much. If Patreon's not your deal and you want to give me a PayPal, we also can do that on our website, gizwiz.tv. Click on the Patreon tab and you'll find a PayPal link there. However you give, really appreciate it. You guys are incredible. Speaking of gizwiz.tv, that's where you can watch the show live. Just about every Thursday, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern Time is when we record the show. If there's ever a schedule change, it'll be at the top of the website. The website will just kind of update a few minutes before 7:30, and you'll see us there. You can join the chat room and chat along with all the live listeners. If you don't catch it live, of course, our website hosts all of our previous episodes, so you can check them out there, or you can subscribe on iTunes. We got an RSS feed and a YouTube channel for you to get robotically delivered those episodes. If you want to find out more about any of the gadgets that we cover on the show, please head on over to gizwiz.biz. That's Sticky D's website. He writes up articles about all of the gadgets that we cover. So if you're looking for more information, especially right after a show, that is the place to head. While you're there, play What the Heck Is It? It's the game show online. We still have a while with this gadget. This is the gadget, the whole gadget, not just a piece or a part of the gadget. And this is, it's kind of obvious. This is a horse trough for vain horses, so that they can check themselves out in this mirror right here. But if you think you know what this is, get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. 6 Mad Magazines for correct answers, and 12 Mad Magazines for funny, clever, hilarious, and technically incorrect answers. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. Is there anything else we need to announce, talk about, shout out?
No, we're both here Thursdays for forever, it seems.
For a while. Yeah, and stay safe out there. We'll see y'all next week.
I'll be here.